Welcome back. This is round two. I'm a bit closer to home. This is just a day hunt. It's 16:10. It's about 4:10 in the afternoon, and I'm gonna go check out a water hole. And if there's no sign or it's just dry, then I'm just gonna start cold calling and see what happens. And there was a little water there, along with some decent sign, including these fresh footprints. Well, now I'm tempted to just stay here, even though I want to go up in the hills and mess around. Somebody might come in. This is public ground, so somebody might come in and take the spot if I don't stake it out and just hang out here. There were human footprints down in there, probably from this morning, and so maybe I just need to stake my claim here. Another good thing about right here is that there's no 4-point antler rule. In parts of Colorado, bulls have to have 4 points on at least one side to be legal. Here, there's no restriction. So that's good for me because I'm perfectly okay with a cow, a spike. Doesn't matter to me. So it's about an hour and 20 minutes before legal light, and it's about 15 or 20 minutes before I'm gonna stand up, knock an arrow, and just be real still, ready to go for that last hour of light, when I hear the distinct sound of a hoof kicking a rock. I realize I'm kind of caught off guard, and I have to sit there and watch an elk at about 40-45 yards walking toward me. I wait until its head disappears behind this big bush, and then I reach for my GoPro, put it on my head, get it turned on. I get my bow, and now I've got to try to slowly and stealthily knock an arrow. You can see the elk right there through the bush. And now the stare down. This feels like forever. I don't like the front quartering shot, but notice this pole. They seem to always have something in the way between you and them. By the animal's reaction to the shot, I know exactly what happened. So now I'm moving up, getting another arrow out, and going to get another one in. My camelback hose gets all caught up in the string and the arrow, and it goes sailing wild. So now I got to get another one in. All right. Folks, this is my first archery elk. I know it's a little guy, but it's all good to me. Holy smokes. That first one I didn't think went in too high, but it definitely hit the spine, and it definitely hit an artery the way it was gushing out when he would thrash a little. Oh my goodness. So I went and got another one in him to make sure it went quicker. It's not even that late. Sun's still up. It's still up right up there. Boy, do I got some work now. I'm not too far from the truck. Now I gotta notch my tag up and attach it. Gnats are all over me. So it is August 31st, and it is a male, and my zip ties are in that bag. So this is my first archery elk, my first male. I wouldn't necessarily call him a bull, but he's a male. He's definitely a spike. I told you I was all right with a spike. And these are still pretty good size animals if you haven't seen one up close. Pretty good size animals. My truck's only about 400 yards away over there, and it's starting to really cool down. So that's good for me. I'm going to try the gutless method on him, and then get him so he can start cooling off, and then get him packed out of here. We're going to go with the gutless method, and we're going to start by cutting up along the spine. And then just peeling everything down on that side. Take off your quarters. Front shoulder's pretty easy. It's just like a deer, but heavier and bigger. And that arrow that's in the spine is just stuck in there pretty good. Going in for the back straps. And now it's getting darker. The gnats have gone away, but they've been replaced by mosquitoes. So back strap into the shoulder bag, and it kind of helps to even out the weight between the hind quarters and the front quarters. So on and on, both sides, all four quarters. Well, I'm still at it. It's about 9 o'clock. We got some thunderstorms trying to come in, but I am about done. So it's about time to start making some trips out. I don't know if you can hear that. Awesome. All right, load number one to the truck. It's raining, it's thundering, and I think I get my truck a little closer for the next trips. All right, I got my 4 bags down, and I've got a cooler back there full of 4 frozen gallon jugs, a bunch of pints frozen, and a quart or 2 of water frozen. So between this cooler, that cooler, we should be good to go. I'll stop for ice on the way home. And that's how I filled my archery either sex license this year. If I was smart, I would have also had my antlerless over-the-counter archery license, and then I could have tagged that one as an antlerless, and I still could have had my either sex tag in hand. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and pick up the antlerless archery elk tag to see if I can fill that one too. So next year I'm going to have both licenses in hand, and if I shoot something like this or a cow, I have my antlerless tag, and I still have an either sex tag in case a bull comes along or we're able to call in a bull, and I still have that one to hunt the rest of the month with. That was my first elk archery kill. So up to this point, I've done my first backcountry elk hunt with Brian, and I've got my first elk archery kill so far. So not sure what the rest of the season holds. Maybe I'll be able to get out and work on that antlerless tag a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. One thing's for sure, I'm going to get back out before my next hunt and make sure my pins are right, because while you're backcountry hunting, your bow kind of goes through a lot of brush and whatnot. So I just want to make sure all my pins are right, peep sight's where it's supposed to be, and that everything's shooting right. I shot this elk a little high, but if you notice in the video, it turns and steps, so it kind of drops down a little bit and moves forward by the time the arrow gets there. By the time it moves, I react to the movement, let the shot go. I'm a little back, a little high. It worked out okay for me in this case. It hit the spine and the artery, but I still had to put another one in it, but I didn't have to track it, so that, I guess that's part of the good thing. And I got the animal, I got the meat. I got half of it at a processor because I like the way they do it. I got half of it here that I've already processed and put in the freezer, so we're back in the elk meat. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope your hunting season's going well too. We could sure use some more subscribers, so please go ahead and do so right here. And here's last year's elk hunt right here. Thanks for watching.